Talking about a revolution sounds. Don't you know? Talking about a revolution, it sounds like a whisper. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the uniformed lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know? Talking about a revolution sounds. Who are people gonna rise up, get their share? Who are people gonna rise up, take what's there? Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Oh, I said you better run, 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 run. 'Cause finally the table are starting to turn. 'Cause finally the table are starting to turn. 'Cause finally the table are starting to turn. 'Cause finally the table are starting.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is Mother's Day, Sunday, the 11th day of May 2014, and if you can hear the sound of my voice, then you are the revolution! I once again want to thank everyone for the awesome support you've been giving me, reaching out, telling me that you're watching and this makes a difference, and that really motivates me to do this every single night. I'm going to be pushing forward and working harder than I have before, making an effort to get the news out every single night by 7 p.m. and I want to make that a regular thing. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, my mother, all the mothers who have raised us from when we were little babies, who've taken care of us, who've put up with all of our nonsense. I love you. Okay, today I'm going to address some comments and some people who reached out to me on my Facebook, on Instagram, on a few other social media sites, and they're commenting on what I'm talking about, which is exactly what I want. I want participation, and I'm going to break down what they're talking about. First is Darcy. Now, I used to work with my man Darcy, he's a friend of mine, and we used to work together for an investment bank in the corporate world. And he's a really smart dude. You know you're a smart dude, Darcy. But the comment that you made on my post when I posted the news on the 6th, man, let me read the quote. I agree that the world is overpopulated and needs to be controlled. We are too smart for our own good. We can't keep improving life expectancy and doubling the population. We are a virus on the earth. Sorry. Sorry? Bro, I'm sorry for you, because that type of attitude is becoming more and more prevalent these days, and it's just gonna take you straight down the drain, man. This is how the globalists, this is how the New World Order wants you to feel. They want you to feel powerless. They want to feel like you're a virus, you're a disease on the earth. We see that over and over in all the television shows, all the propaganda made to make people look weak and look stupid. Look, it's their goal to make you feel like nothing. But I know that you really have something inside of you. I'm not talking to you only, Darcy. I'm talking to everyone out there. You have so much potential inside you. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you are a virus, that you are an abomination upon the earth. Because I'll tell you who's an abomination upon the earth. All of the New World Order, all of the Illuminati, they seek to destroy what's pure, what's right, what's honest, what's good. And that's not gonna happen on my watch. It's a beautiful thing. Well, it's a real contradiction, because I see a lot of people going towards Darcy's point of view these days. Very apathetic. What can we do? You know, maybe there are too many people on the earth. And at the other side, I see an awakening, and I see people, seeing through the curtain for the man who's behind it pulling the strings. Darcy, man, I reach out to you, bro. I'm telling you, that type of attitude is not going to get you anywhere. If we stand together, we can find out how much room there truly is on this planet. We can live in a world where there's no economic exploitation of the people in Africa, in India, the people who are having their population reduced, the people who are having forced abortion, forced sterilization, the people in China with the one-child policy. It's not as if there aren't enough resources on the planet. Even in Australia, we've got so much room here for those who've come across the seas. We've boundless plains to share. There aren't too many people in this world. There are too many people who don't give a damn. All that it takes for evil to prevail is for good men and women to do nothing, to paraphrase Thomas Jefferson, I think. So Darcy, I reach out to you, man, and anyone who feels the same way, anyone who thinks, you know, the world is a really violent, ugly place, there's no love, there's no joy, we are just a virus. I'll tell you, you're not a virus. You're a human being. You have a soul, you have a heart, you have a brain that thinks. You have reason. You have the ability to understand ideas and understand concepts. A virus can't do that. You have potential. You can achieve so many things, and I don't want anyone who watches this broadcast, I don't want anyone on this planet to ever feel that they aren't special. Now, Darcy, I'm telling you, man, I want you to comment on this video because I know you're going to be watching. You're a smart guy. I want you to reply back to me, and I want you to join the revolution, bro. There's a global awakening happening. There's a real global awakening happening. The fact that you are watching this transmission right now means that you understand the global awakening. You can feel things speeding up. You understand that the people who control the world don't have your best interests at heart. And you understand that I do. Join me, because we're going to win this thing. The revolution is here. Woo! Now let me contrast Darcy's opinion with a young man named Marlon. Marlon commented on a post that I made on Instagram about I think it was Thursday's news. And Marlon says, "Keep the videos coming, Joe. I liked how you talked about the 9-to-5 grind at the end. I actually work at a bank at the moment, so I could relate. How do you suggest somebody makes the shift from that life to one they want to live if financial constraints are holding them back? In my instance, I need money for camera gear, etc." That's an excellent question, man. And as someone who's had experience working a job that he hated in the corporate world that was really soul-crushing, going from doing that to doing what I love, and then going from doing what I love to using that to spread the positive message of revolution around the world. Let me tell you, man, there are so many things you can do. You say you want to be a photographer and you got to save up for the gear. Man, buy a $50 camera, buy a $100 camera, whatever you can afford. Put some money aside to buy a camera and take some photos today. If you don't have money to buy like a $50 camera, man, when you get paid next, put aside money. And as soon as you can, get that camera. Until then, every single day you can watch videos on YouTube about photography styles. There are people who are willing to teach you. You might be able to sign on as an apprentice, as an intern. I know you've got a full-time job, but man, if you really want to do it, then you can do it. I'm telling you, you can. Here's the thing. More than 99% of people will never, ever figure out what it is they want to do in life. Now, in life, if you want to get anywhere, you need to have one goal that stands out that is your life's purpose. Napoleon Hill called it a definite major purpose. And that's what every waking moment of your existence should be working towards, because that's what makes you feel passionate. That's what fills you with love. You have that. Man, you're the 1 out of 100, bro. Marlon, you have the definite major purpose. For you, it's photography. I would spend every waking moment doing whatever I can to learn about photography. And I'm telling you, buy a cheap camera and take photos, man. Post them up. Post them wherever you can. Get more exposure, get more experience. You can only go up. I'm telling you. Here's one more thing I want you to do. And this is what I want everyone to do. I learned this method from Brian Tracy, a phenomenal coach and a phenomenal strategist when it comes to time management and so many other topics, which is write 10 goals. And when you have those goals written, write them again every morning as the first thing you do when you wake up. Before using the bathroom, before brushing your teeth, before breakfast, before logging on Facebook, write these goals out again. The 10 goals. Or it doesn't have to be 10, it can be a number around that. Every time you read something, it goes into your subconscious mind. Every time you write something, it goes into your subconscious mind. And when you repeat something into your subconscious mind over and over and over again, you believe it. And when you believe it, your subconscious mind works to put you in places, to open doors for you to achieve those things, for those things to become reality. You see, your subconscious is getting all this positive stimulus saying, I am a photographer, I do make money from what I love, etc. And so reality doesn't match that. So what's going to happen is reality is going to shift to match what your subconscious mind says. If you say it with depth, and if you say it with true conviction. And the way to say it with true conviction is to say it in the present tense and to say it like it's already happened. I'll give you my example. These are my goals. I think there are 14 of them. I've done this for over a year now since I saw this technique from Brian Tracy. Every single morning I wake up, I write out these goals and I'm ready for my day. Every single evening, right before I go to bed, I write out the goals again. It's the last thing I think about. And I'll tell you my goals. Like I said, in the present tense and like they already exist. I am the #1 DJ in the world. I am leading the revolution. I earn more than $1 million a year. I own a beautiful house on the Gold Coast. I grow organic food for my family and I. I have peace. I bring peace to everyone around me. I am 100 kilos of pure muscle. I produce #1 songs with ease. I am in peak physical health. I enjoy every second of my life. I achieve all of my goals. I am prepared to protect my family. And I am leading the world into a new golden age. Every single morning, every single night, get it into your head and it'll become reality. I have books. I have exercise books that are pages and pages and pages of me writing out these goals again and again and again. That's how you make your dreams reality. If you don't write your goals down, then it's not really a goal, it's just a wish. And a wish has no real power behind it. Once you have a goal, you can put strategy behind it. That's my next step. Once you have your goals, for example, your #1 goal, your definite major purpose is to be a photographer. I want you to write down 50 things. Write down 50 things that will help you get there. And every day, do some of those things. Put yourself in the right direction. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You know this, man. I want to see you succeed. Everyone watching this, you can achieve whatever you want. I broke the Guinness World Record for the longest DJ set in history by using this strategy. I'm going to have another video later, which is going to compile a lot more of these time management and personal goal, personal efficiency techniques. But I'll give you one more for now. Every single day, what you need to do the night before, write out the next day what you need to do, what your goals are. And use this method. The most important thing that you need to do, and it's usually the one that's most tedious or the one that you would put off, make that your A1 goal. And then the next most important goal, make that your A2 goal. You can only go on to the A2 goal once you finish the A1 goal. And then go on with A3, A4, etc. All of the A goals are what has to absolutely be done. Then you move on to the Bs. Only when you finish all the A's, you move on to the Bs. Bs are things that would be cool to do, but they don't really have to be done. So you can go B1, B2, B3, etc. D is delegate. You can save so much time if you delegate tasks and get someone else to do them. Excuse me. And E is eliminate. An awesome way to save time and help you to get to your goals quicker is to eliminate things so that you have more time to do the important things. See, here's the thing, guys. There is never enough time to do everything that you need to do. But there is always enough time to do the most important thing. And if you can concentrate on the most important thing, you're going to get where you want to be and you will achieve your goals. So, contrasting those two opinions. Darcy, I'm telling you, man, fight the good fight, join the revolution. And Marlon, brother, I want you to hit me back and let me know how you implement those ideas. Now, like I said before, Darcy's opinion is a little bit prevalent these days. And I see it due to people being apathetic. And people are apathetic for a lot of reasons because their animal instincts are misdirected, especially for men. Because our animal instincts are supposed to be strong, to be vigilant, to protect our family, to protect our tribe, protecting ourselves. But people aren't protecting themselves. People don't care about their health. People don't care about their families. People don't care about anything. Oh, they care about the football. You know, I love football more than the next guy. I played rugby league for 10 years, but to see people get so passionate about that stuff and not caring about the real thing, it makes no sense to me. But like I said, there's a global awakening and you're a part of it and I'm a part of it, and we're moving away from all the bread and circuses and we're moving towards truth and honor and dignity and peace and love and freedom. A lot more reasons why people are apathetic. The fact that they don't get a good diet, the fact that there's poison in the water, genetically modified foods going around, all these processed foods that make you sick and fat and obese. Another thing that makes people apathetic are psychiatric drugs, in particular antidepressants. Now, I've been on these antidepressants before. I've been through depression, but I could only handle it for a week. I was on this stuff when I was young. It was too much. I felt like a zombie. Like, these things are so bad for you. They do not help your depression whatsoever. The most important thing that I learned in my life, and I learned this at about 18 years old, is that I can control my emotions 100%. Shakespeare said, "Nothing is good or bad, but thinking doth make it so." And that's 100% correct. If you think you're going to have a bad day, man, let me tell you, you're going to have a bad day. But if you wake up with a smile on your face, you see that sign? It's right above my bed. Every morning when I wake up, the first thing I see is Carpe Diem. Seize the day. You make up how you feel. No amount of drug is going to make you feel better. I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel worse. In fact, I'm going to show you a list of some of the side effects of one of the most popular drugs, Effexa. Mood and behavior changes, anxiety, panic attacks, trouble sleeping. If you feel impulsive, irritable, agitated, hostile, aggressive, restless, hyperactive, more depressed, or have thoughts about suicide or hurting yourself. More depressed, suicide. These drugs are designed to destroy your mind and to stop you from feeling and to stop you from reasoning and to help you to be a happy little robot sitting in your cubicle tapping away while the world passes you by. I challenge you to get off these drugs, and I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you how I showed 2 friends of mine to do it. More of these side effects: seizures, convulsions, rigid muscles, high fever, sweating, confusion, fast or uneven heartbeat, tremors, feeling like you might pass out, agitation, hallucinations, fever, fast heart rate, overreactive reflexes, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of coordination, headache, trouble concentrating, memory problems, weakness, feeling unsteady, confusion, hallucinations, fainting, shallow breathing or breathing that stops, cough, chest tightness, trouble breathing, easy bruising, drowsiness, dizziness, feeling nervous, strange dreams, increased sweating, blurred vision, dry mouth, changes in appetite or weight, mild nausea, constipation, or decreased sex drive, impotence, or difficulty having an orgasm. These drugs are destroying the youth of today. They're prescribing them to kids younger and younger. Oh, do you feel depressed at school? Do you feel sad? Did someone make fun of you? Here, take these drugs. and they're wrecked. Their minds are destroyed. I don't want that to happen. I want you to have the courage to spread this information and to get these people off these drugs. You can help your friends overcome depression. It's not about drugs. It's about a mindset. It's about thinking positively. That's the truth. On top of all of these suicidal, crazy side effects, so many of the mass shooters over the past 20 years have been on these drugs. I'm going to read out some statistics from a Natural News article that you can read right there that explains this. Eric Harris, age 17, first on Zoloft and then Luvox, and Dylan Klebold, aged 18, from the Columbine school shooting, killed 12 students and 1 teacher and wounded 23 others before killing themselves. Klebold's medical records have never been available to the public. Jeff Wise, age 16, had been prescribed 60 milligrams a day of Prozac, which is 3 times the average starting dose for adults, when he shot his grandfather, his grandfather's girlfriend, and many fellow students at Red Lake, Minnesota. He then shot himself, 10 dead, 12 wounded. Corey Badsgard, age 16, from Washington State High School, was on Paxil, which caused him to have hallucinations, when he took a rifle to his high school and held 23 classmates hostage. He has no memory of the... My camera battery died. My apologies. That's the second time that's happened today. But hope you can forgive me. Continuing on with that list. Chris Fetters, age 13, killed his favourite aunt while taking Prozac. Christopher Pittman, age 12, murdered both of his grandparents while taking Zoloft. Matthew Miller, age 13, hung himself in his bedroom closet after taking Zoloft for only 6 days. Kip Kinkle, age 15, on Prozac and Ritalin, shot his parents while they slept, then went to school and opened fire, killing 2 classmates and injuring 22 shortly after beginning Prozac treatment. Luke Woodham, age 16, killed his mother and then killed 2 students, wounding 6 others. And it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. Killing their parents, killing their classmates, killing strangers. These drugs are psychotropic drugs. They have massive effects on the human brain, and they aren't helping you out. I'm telling you. Get this 5-HTP and try it. If you're on these drugs, this will help you get off them. If your friends are on these drugs, this will help. I'm not a doctor, but I honestly have your best interest at heart. Try it out. Right now I'm going to go into detail about how I helped 2 friends of mine get off Effexa and cure their depression. I lost a bit of footage when I lost my camera battery a while ago. Now, when I was younger, I loved the rave scene, and a big part of that was MDMA, ecstasy. And when we were younger, in my teens, a lot of us did research as to how to counteract a come down, because of course ecstasy helps you to release all of that serotonin. That's why you have such an awesome euphoric feeling, but the come down made you feel like hell. So there was a lot of research that I did, and I found out that tryptophan, this chemical compound found in your brain that's found in food like bananas and turkey, tryptophan gets converted to serotonin in your brain. Now, your average banana has about 10 milligrams of tryptophan, but I discovered 5-hydroxytryptophan, 5-HTP. These are 100 milligram capsules. Now, my first friend who was on Effexa, they were telling me that they were almost ready to kill themselves, which is one of the side effects. It totally makes sense. They were so depressed and they were having really bad dreams and they couldn't sleep. And they tried to get off Effexa because they knew it was this stuff causing it. And trying to get off, the withdrawals were actually even worse. So they came to me for help. And in my mind, I put 2 and 2 together and thought about the correlation between these antidepressants and serotonin and the correlation between tryptophan and serotonin. And I suggested buying a bottle of this 5-HTP, this precise bottle in fact. And they did it. And they feel so much better. They are off the drugs completely now and they feel happy and whole. And that happened again for another friend of mine. So I'm not a doctor, but I have your best interest at heart. I implore you to do your own research. look up this 5-HTP. More importantly, look up the problems that these psychotropic, antidepressant, anti-stress, anti-panic attack, anti-anxiety medications are causing you. They are rewiring your brain on a massive scale, and you don't need that. Through the power of love and through the power of positive thinking, you can cure your depression. And all of you people out there who know people with depression who are on these drugs, I challenge you to give them this information that may be tough to swallow. But I'm doing this because I really care about you. And if you really care about your friends, you'll do the research, you'll do the same thing. You can do it. Woo! Now moving on to something a lot more positive. I would like to send a shout out to my man, the big top dog, Ian Griffiths. Now Ian is a rapper who has been building his profile steadily online for a few months now. Now, I am especially inspired and I have so much respect for Ian because he has Williams syndrome, and despite his syndrome and despite the fact that all of these weak, cowardly people say really nasty things about him and his family on Facebook, he doesn't let that get to him, and he has his goal of being a rapper in his heart. And so I've taken it upon myself to take Top Dog under my wing, and him and I are going to release a collaboration very soon called Straight to the Top. I want this to be an illustration to every single person out there that you can achieve your goals. No matter what obstacles you have in front of you, no matter what disadvantages you have, no matter what stands in your way, you can achieve what you want to achieve. And just wait till you hear the Smokin Dawg collaboration. I'm excited. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into the Revolutionary Nightly News. We are in this together. I am a DJ from Sydney, and I want to break this stuff down to you on a real level. I want you to understand that you and I are part of the most exciting time in human history. Generations from now, they're going to look back at us as heroes because we had the guts to stand up, to fight this information war, to take down the New World Order, and to win the revolution. So share this message. First, research all of these things for yourself. I want you to understand them at a deep level. I don't want you just to hear what I'm saying and believe it. You should always have critical thinking. You should always research things independently. But beyond that, I want you to spread this message. I want you to share the video. I want you to tell your friends about it. I want you to join the revolution with me. If you do, when you do, I know that we will defeat the New World Order. We will take back our freedom. We will be able to live in peace and harmony with one another. And I believe and declare that the world will be a more beautiful, heartwarming, lovely place. My name is Smokin' Joe Mekhael. The revolution is here! Woo! Oh yeah.